Hello and welcome back to Survival Challenge. Right, here we are just getting ourselves all set up with our roller. We are essentially continuing on from where we left off in the last episode, which was getting all of our oat drilled and ready to go to be rolled, of course. We are just going to head to this field. What I'd like to do though is I want to try course play. Now, I don't have any rules in my challenge series about helpers or anything like that, but I think I'd like to give this a go. The reason is I'll explain in a moment, but I have an idea to put in another field in this area before the whole thing is ready. So just before we look into that, I just want to say, so here we have the oat. Fantastic. Very pleased about this. It's another field. It's very similar to this one that we had up here, and that this is quite a big canola crop, which I'm very excited about. But this area won't be quite ready in time, especially with clearing all the trees, to turn into one big field. But it has its benefit in that regard as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a cheeky peek at both sides. I'm going to look here and I'm going to look here. But I think what I'd like to do is put a crop in this space, because there are the fewest amount of trees. And if we can get a crop in here, let's see, what can we put in right now? So we can put in most things, but not things we want to do. I think I want to do soybeans, actually. So this will give us time to prepare the field for April. And then we'll be able to harvest around the same time. Well, not the exact same time, but shortly after the oat and all that. And we'll still have time to get in a wheat or something else of benefit to the chickens, which is our priority at the moment. I would like to get sheep as well, and I know I can tend to check the chickens' food, but they can do all of these, which is why we've got the canola going, which is lovely. So we could put in some sorghum as well. Soybeans can be fed to chickens, although I reckon I'd probably just sell it on, to be honest. I'd probably just sell it on and not feed it. Right, let's have a look at what possibilities we have for course play here. So I quite like the idea of, right, where are we here? Headlands, we'll do three headlands maybe we'll do. Sharp, I quite like that. It keeps it very nice. Bugger. So that's what I was a bit concerned about, is that it was going to take, you can see in the background here, it's taken the entirety of the of the field. I like how it does sort out the island here. That's very nice, but it's just not what we want to do. So that's the only problem with course play. I know my course play, I don't think I've updated it yet. Someone's going to say, how bloody dare you not update your course play? Well, sorry, I just haven't. I cannot. Can I be bothered? I doubt it would make a difference anyways. So then what we'll do is I'm just going to set regular helper on, because they can still do a fine job. Now, it's going to roll the cultivated bit, obviously, but we'll have to just, you know what, let's just set it off and keep an eye. So, right, we'll get some lass from the village to help with our rolling. I'm just going to let her on it. It's fine. We've got a bit of cash to do that. I think our time is better spent over here sorting out these few trees that we have. So we've got one there, little one, 2, 3 little ones. I think if we just kind of cultivate up to here and take this field down, not all the way to the oat. I think we want to leave, well, actually we don't, yeah, we do. We want to leave a small space, probably up to here. Let's see, up to, yeah, something like that, so we can sneak on through here to then go to the mill, which is producing like mad. I did have to shift a few. Takes ages to shift with this. I love this little Massey, but we need a proper loader. It's just not on. But we got loads of wood here all ready to go. So what I'll do is I'll probably, the trees that I can just carry by hand, so this one for example, I might as well do it while I'm yammering on. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one sorted. I can lift this by hand, bring it all the way to the mill, or the sawmill. Our little firewood production is what I should call it, because that's what it is. We'll just run this over here. We'll start loading up some things that we can eventually add into the production. It might have room now. It might have produced a bit since moving stuff, but for now the big trees I'm just going to shift over into the middle area, because I'm not in a... You alright, love? How's it going? Oh, is it not going? Oh wow, okay. She's like, I hate this job, I'm done, I'm leaving. Alright, fair play, that's fine. Not a problem. Right, we'll just set you up again, because I would like to do this, take this opportunity to, yeah, to get this sorted. What's happened there? That's fine. Maybe she went that way, and I don't know how that's been rolled as well, but... And we're off again. Okay, so as you were... Yeah, let's go back over here. Put the torch on to see what she's doing. Right, so we'll get these little bits cultivated as well. These big trees here, so that's the 4 of them, I'm going to probably just, tuck to the side, because we really don't... They're in the way. And we can put a crop in here, get it ready to go, and then have it ready to drill in for April. And then we're actually also very close to harvesting some other crops as well. So we have our canola there. I don't know how close. I think that's July, so we have a few months yet. The rye might be ready sooner than that, so April or May even. Maybe not April, but maybe May. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's going to miss a bit because the truck is in the way. Yeah, okay, well, fine. I'll just bloody move it now then. Apologies. There we go. So yeah, I'm still potentially going to relocate the firewood production in the future, but just the way that it's set up is alright. I'm sure she'll be fine. We'll see. Anyways, I think the best thing to do... I might just throw this in a time-lapse. I'm going to go around, cut the small trees, run them over there. I'll get the big ones cut, and then I'll get them shifted, just pushed out of the way, and then we can cultivate this area. Here we go, throw that tree there. So we did clear them, most of them. There's that one that for some reason is the same as another one that I cleared, but I can't push it as well. I don't know why. So we'll wait for this to finish, but that is absolutely fine. Well, I suppose we can do the cultivating with the Massey. Let's head over there. Yeah, this tree just won't cooperate. Come on. Because yeah, I'd like to go all the way up to the end there of this area that has been cultivated. And so I just need this tree, there we go, it is kind of working now, out the way. Because I probably won't go... I might need to push. Alright, get off. Get off. I might need to push those other trees over as well, because I want as much of this space. Yeah, I will have to. That's fine though. Alright, just get that out of the way. See, that one's easy. Must be it's a smaller tree, obviously. Oh, and a nice thing as well, just I might make a video of this in the future once we get a bit more of the official info. As more and more things come out for FS25, I would like to feature a few more videos, sprinkle them amongst the scheduled videos, of course. I hope you're enjoying those. I'm very excited for FS25. So many cool things. One of the things, so you see the tire marks, the track marks that are left. So yeah, I'm sure you've seen some of the screenshots and that from FarmCon, showcasing that we will have some sort of actual compaction. Well, I don't know if it's compaction, but at least, yeah, some sort of terrain sort of, you know, changes when you drive over it, depending on the vehicle itself. So there are some really cool things, and we can touch on those a bit later on. For now, we are focusing on surviving, after all. I hope this is the last... Okay, nearly the last part. So yeah, we'll switch over to the cultivator, which we've definitely used before with the Massey. Just put the weight somewhere I won't forget it. Brilliant. So yeah, we've just got that small area left. Okay, 2 more passes and the rolling is done. So we are not going to drill this field today. We might get it fertilized though, because we do have the other field, the oat here, to fertilize. But really we are nearing harvest, so if I can get as many crops in the ground as possible. So oat is here, we'll get soybeans in, and then I think rye is very soon. Oh wow, April. We might even be able to harvest that. Depends on when I put it in, but we might be able to harvest that as soon as April, like next month. Then we can buy our combine. Oh my goodness, I'm very excited about that. Okay, let's get this done so that we can at least be ready to go. Because then if we're doing a harvest in April, then that will be the focus, the priority, obviously. But if we can get crop drilled in and get a crop harvested, blimey, we are really doing well. And as I say, I've kept that money in the bank so that we can buy our harvester, because I would like to buy a tractor. And I've decided as well that I don't think I'll get a specific vehicle for loading pallets. I'm just going to get a bigger tractor that can fit a front loader and use that as my main sort of front loader loading vehicle for now, at least. Which unfortunately puts the Massey Ferguson 1200 at a either later on in the series, or we just have to wait for loading later on. But I think I'd rather a tractor that can load things before that tractor, unfortunately. So it may not end up being the one that we get, but we shall see. Right, so that is good. Let's go. Let's just get this bush out of the way, because I know it's going to be a bit annoying. There we go. We'll go straight up along here, essentially as close as we can to these trees, because they will be probably one of the first to go. But I really just want to not really faff with trees for a while, just for a bit, because that's what we've done. A lot of tree work, and I mean, it is a survival challenge, and we've got so many trees, so we can't not do them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to give us enough room so that we can still get in and out and that. So I'm going to go all the way up to here, run it all the way along that right hand side nearest to those trees, and then I'll probably come up to about I don't know, maybe that white tree, maybe about here, because we do want to leave enough room here. Tell you what, let's just get that rolling done just very quickly, because we do have just that bit there. Let's have a quick check, see how the helper did. Overall they did fine, but it's not perfect. A little bit down there and then that as well. So as you can see, it's not very nicely fertilized, so we'll get kind of a weird application a weird fertilization application. I'm not gonna go over twice with fertilizer and get all the misbits. I'm just gonna let it be until the next harvest, of course. So right, that's literally just the size of the field. Blimey, that's, yeah, there we go, brilliant. Okay, so we're in the money now. We've got our oat field nearly all ready to go. We just have to fertilize after the rolling, And yeah, this area, I mean, in time, right, there's no major rush. There's lots of trees in there still that need to be converted to firewood. So it is kind of a balance of finding all that we need. I think firewood is really going to help us progress though, so really want to get that sold soon. Right, I thought this wasn't. It looked rolled, but it was just the drilling texture. My bad. There we go. Alright, that is done. So there we go. Oat field ready. Just save fertilizer, of course. And then here I'm going to put probably about, not quite to there. Let's find out where that goes. Yeah, not quite to there, but probably like there, and then go straight up there. That's a big space, I think. Now there was a small, is it this area here? I think the smallest little area that was not rolled. And it is now rolled. Okay, beautiful. So, yes, I think this tractor here, I'm not really going to keep the cultivator on the Massey. I would like to keep it as a small loading tractor rather. It can do chicken egg pallets, it can do chicken pallets, blimey, lettuce pallets as well. It can even load in you know, bags and that for seed and whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get something a bit bigger for loading, especially the firewood pallets, but not until we buy ourselves a cultivator. Oh, sorry, a harvester. Yeah, harvester combine. Don't know why I was thinking cultivator. Anyways, we should probably get that cultivator moved out of the way, so I'll get it shifted back to the farm, and then we will get fertilizing. Alright, here we are with our little amount of fertilizer we have left. I'm hoping that it'll take us all the way for at least this field. I'm not too worried about that one there, just because it's not a field yet, but let's see. As I say, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because the ground itself. So when we cultivated the grass in, it did give us a little bit of a fertilizer. It's common when you do this sort of thing, and you go and plow up you know, an area like this, a meadow or just a foresty area. The bushes and all that, they don't account for any sort of fertilization once cultivated in, but the grass does. That is why it leaves it so spotty here, you can see. But we are adding, so anywhere that has been spotted with blue is being spotted now with dark blue, and anything else is being spotted with the light blue, meaning it has a single application. So in theory, we could go over it again, you know, the next day or whatever, and get it fully fertilized. But again, as I say, I feel like it's a waste of fertilizer at that point. Because most of the field is going to be dealt with properly. So by the look of it, it's going to be quite tight here to get this fertilizing done, but we will get it done in a very quick time lapse, and then if we do need, at least we can head down to the shop and get some more. Right, well that was rapid, very rapid, and we just made it as well. I thought there was a very small area I missed here, but maybe oh no, I see it there. I reckon the 8 liters left can at least help fertilize as much as possible. And there we go, 7 liters remaining. So we did pretty good. I would say that's pretty bang on. So in fact, we're not going to go to the shop to get some more fertilizer. We are going to head to the shop in April though, because we are going to have to get ourselves a new, well not a new, well I guess yeah, a new combine harvester, because we did sell our old one. But I think we can probably just leave this here for now here. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else we should do in March? We could sell some of this firewood, but the price is going up. It's got a funny time to sell in July. You would expect it to be January, winter, when you'd have firewood, but nevertheless we do have loads of money coming in from that, which I think we'll use to buy an even bigger tractor and a more powerful, more useful tractor than I was hoping. But the money that we do have should suffice to get us into a really nice combine. So as long as the chickens are good, they're as good as they can be. I mean, we are going to be getting grain in and then canola, so we'll have food for them soon. We might have to buy another thing of protein, but that's fine. absolutely fine. The Firewood Platinora has stopped again. It's just full up again, so we've got so much firewood to sell, and we'll be able to sell it fairly soon. We'll probably have to have one more struggle session before we are able to afford a loader. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna have a look at everything. I think we're good to go, but the next time we see you will be in April, and we will harvest our rye. Alright, well, as you can see, we are still in March. I have decided to sell a bit of firewood, just the firewood that was held up in the production itself, so that we could kind of remove some of those logs that were in the way, and we can get a bit of extra cash as well to be able to fund this harvester. So this will be really good little, just not a massive injection of cash, but it'll be something to get us going. So we've sold £2,000 already. It does sell a bit funny. It's very, very touchy, but I think because initially, right, as this sells, I'll just wait till we get into the sweet spot of it. That's a bit funny. That's right, we'll have a look in a minute. I was going to go and check the shop, but we can't really. Let's have a quick look. So I'll go to harvesters. Initially I was going to go for this one here, because it's only £20,000. I'm sure we could add on to it. But I'm seeing now that we do have other ones. We won't be able to afford something like that, unfortunately. That could be neat as well. But no, I think I would like to still go with the Massey, one of the Masseys. But we do have the 5650, which I know it might not be exactly in keeping with the sort of landscape that we're in. I think it is more of a South American harvester, but I'm still keen to try it out, because it's a nice price and it does hold 5,000 litre capacity, which is really good. Right, let's just get this sold. We were at about £45,000, and I think that one is exactly 45, so it would be nice to have a bit of extra cash to, there we go, to get that sorted. So yeah, we will have a look at these for the next month. I mean, yeah, that would be wicked, but I think this is good because it can go up to, where is it now? There's this one as well, but it only holds 51, and it is more expensive. I think this would be the best. 5,000 it holds, and how big is the header? 6 meters. That's wicked. It does go a bit slower. It does go 8 kph. That's slower than normal. Usually it's 10. Like this one probably also goes 8 though. Yeah, just because it's a bit older and a bit smaller. And the nice thing about survival is it doesn't mean old vintage kit only. It just means that's what we should start with, because it is inexpensive. So this one's 4,000, and it's even slower somehow. Okay, oh, that one's quicker. Strange. Okay, I think that's what we'll do. Now that we have the extra cash, we can splurge on this. So let's just get... Okay, everything's done. So yeah, we made just shy of £30,000, which was absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to park up the lorry at the shop, because I would like to get some fertilizer, I think, and just load it in here, because we do need some. So we'll head over to the shop. I'll put some fertilizer in, just a few bags. That's all we really need. Maybe about 5-6 bags or something. I'll just do that quickly off camera, and then we will in fact move on to April and purchase our brand new harvester. Good morning and welcome to a beautiful, albeit slightly cloudy, April morning. Right, so I did have a check on the fields, and unfortunately the rye is not ready to harvest, so we won't be buying a harvester today. We are at the shop though to buy something. Now I've thought about it, and I really wanted to test things out as far as loading the firewood pallets 2 at a time, getting a bigger loader, something like that. But those pallets are a absolute faff and a half, because you can't load 2 at once. I've tried, not just with the Massey, but in testing as well, and you just can't load them. They are way too sensitive to load 2 at a time, so they do need to be loaded 1 at a time, which is absolutely fine. But what that means is we're going to probably save, you know, tens of thousands of pounds without having to buy a loader. So what I'm going to do, and the reason I'm at the shop still and not buying a harvester, is because well, let's have a look in the sale. Anything? There's a harvester in the sale, of course there is. No. Nah. Nah, if it was bigger, maybe. But no, I'm going to aim for that massey. Anyways, the reason we're here is we're going to buy a slightly bigger weight. So this one, it was best because it was cheapest, but we are in fact going to sell it at some point. But I'm going to buy this weight box, fill it up, put a cover on, and happy days. So this is the same one we're using with the 135 on vintage, but it is that much more weight to be able to hold even one pallet, because the reason I wanted to just buy it and we'll start loading it. I can load it onto the lorry here with the Kubota, but basically the reason I want to get rid of the other weight and swap them essentially is so that we can right, I don't know what's happened here. We've frozen. Oh dear, oh dear, we'll give it a minute. Anyways, the reason that I want to do this swap is because we could barely lift the pallets before, but now the fact that we have this bigger weight, we should be able to lift one pallet without any problems. I suppose we'll find out. I haven't tested it, I just reckon this is the best option for us. So I will get this loaded onto the lorry. We should be able to. Maybe if I line it up properly. Yeah, those pallets, they do something exactly similar to that, where they just kind of flop about, and it's really, really annoying. So what we'll do is we'll load this on. Because we're not, I really don't like these articulated loaders. I'm 1000% not getting one for the farm. Absolutely not. What a faff. Okay, that's good. It's not good. Not at all. Right, okay, I'm going to get it this time. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, we'll put it on the lorry, we'll head down to the farm, and we'll test it out. Alright, here we are all ready to go. We've got the new weight on and the lorry set up. I reckon we should probably start making progress on this on this stack of pallets. I'll show you what I mean, by the way. When I try and load two, now that I've got a heavier weight on, I just want to see. Oh, I really just don't like how it attaches to them. So this is probably a terrible mistake. Even just trying to show you. Look, it won't even go in. I mean, if we can, by some... Look at that. Look at that. Not a bloody chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. Right, okay, well, I guess we won't be doing that way. We will stick with just the one. So I feel the same thing would happen if it was a bigger tractor and doing two at a time. I think the exact same thing would happen, so it's just not worth it. This is a bit of a These pallets are just rubbish. I mean... Yeah, I just, the Firewood, but you know what though? We are, now this is kind of my own personal sort of trade-off. Because we're going to make so much bloody money from these pallets, that's the trade-off, is that it's an absolute nightmare to work with. So I'm going to try and load these up nice, yeah, as nice as I can do. Look at that, wibbly wobbly, I don't even know what to call that, it's just, it's terrible. It's like it's having a proper fit. Ugh, okay, well, let's go about that way. Let's see if that's acceptable. Well, it hasn't fallen off, so that's acceptable to me. Right, we basically what we're going to do is just load some pallets. In April, also, we do have some weeding to do, but I suppose we could just do that later on. We've got weeding and drilling we need to get done. But first off, I do intend on loading up one full load of firewood pallets. Alright, well there we go. So yeah, there was one that got really stuck and that was very annoying. That is one thing I'd really like to see rectified in FS25 is the bloody sticky pallets. Because yeah, that loading session was actually all right, even though it was one pallet at a time, which is fine. I mean, I understand. I can fit 10 on this, which is great. So if I can find a trailer that's got the same width, which is why I'm so tempted by that one in the sale, but I would need obviously a what do you call it? A dolly. But I think there's other flatbeds that would be more appropriate. Especially for the series, but that's done, so that's good, because that is a faff absolute. Anyways, I have had to unload all of these here, so I'm very quickly just going to get these loaded up. Let's get the engine going there. Right, are they not close enough or something? Can't be much closer than on top of them. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, that's sometimes the trouble with certain things, is that there's just too much faffing with the pallets. But again, as I've said, the payoff for the pallets of firewood are worth it. We're going to get loads of cash in from that, especially if we're not wasting any on a loader. Like I say, I'd like to get a forklift. I think a forklift would be what I would buy when we have the cash for it. Right, is that it then? Oh, there's one in there. Ah, brilliant. Okay, it's still sort of in there, but that's fine. I think I'm going to do this now since I'm right here. So let's try and find a nice area to start. That's fine. I'll collect that later on. I think about here is fine. If we need to do more, then that's alright as well. But let's just start this while we're here. Get it done. Because we are going to drill in some soybeans here. So the plan, ideally, is to slowly turn this plot of land into, ideally, one big field. Let's get as much of this area as we can. Of course, those trees will be dealt with in time, but again, I'm not fussed on the rest of the firewood. We've got so much firewood we can't even load it all. I think it would be nice to do, once the harvest is done, at least these two fields here, to do one big sort of session with selling some firewood, like doing a few sessions. I would like to get a trailer for it as well, just to be able to put, you know, more on. Or even actually a trailer just to park up so we don't have to load and shift them twice, because that is really quite the faff. But yeah, I think a forklift would be a really good solution for the firewood, but we will have to see in time how that goes. Right, I think this is good here. We'll just connect to this bit. Cool, so now we should get, well, it should actually be fully fertilized by now. This little area here, we'll see a nice ring of blue. That is brilliant. So when we go over and drill, we won't have to do anything else, and we'll deal with the weeds here as well. So let's just get this loaded up. And again, my plan is to invest in a bigger tractor here sooner than later. I'll just do it by hand, of course. Nice. Yeah, definitely a bigger tractor of some kind. I don't really know. I would like the 1200. I think that might be just the one. The kit that we have is fine for the tractors we have. So when we get a new tractor, we'll have to invest in new kit. So if we can get an inexpensive but more powerful tractor like the 1200, then I think we'll be fine for getting some more expensive kit as well to go along with it. But time will tell. Yeah, this episode's been a bit funny. Just trying to decide on what to do, really, to sort out all the different options for loading and all that. Just a bit of testing that I had to do as well, just to ensure that we are doing the right thing for the farm, because I don't want to go and spend a bunch of money on something that wouldn't work anyways. You know, I wanted to load 2 pallets at a time with the bloody firewood, but it's just not possible. If anyone else is using this firewood mod and find a way to securely load 2 pallets without them flapping about, as they tend to do, then please do. Oh, please share that knowledge with me, because I do not understand why it's such a faff. Right, okay, let's take this back to the farm in preparation for the soybean drilling that is going to happen eventually. We're not going to do it just yet. I would like to potentially use the Massey to do some weeding while we're doing some drilling. So what I'm going to do is just tuck this away and just sort of get everything set up for the next episode, because that is when we'll be focusing on that drilling. And again, we have harvesting to come as well. Let's get that there. Yeah, you know what? I'll just get this hooked up to the drill, and then if we do... What I can actually do even better, more efficient, is... I think I will do the drilling right now. Yeah, let's get it done. Let's get this drilling done. We are going to do some soybeans, and then in the next episode, we'll probably be nearing moving on to May so that we can get the harvest done, but before that I would like to get the weeds taken care of as well. So I might even spray some herbicide in this field preemptively. Now I don't know how well that's going to go, but we shall see. Right, we'll get this lowered down, and we've got soybeans going in. Brilliant. So yeah, we'll have that texturing sort of thing again here, but that's not a problem. Yeah, this is a really nice, fairly large-sized drill for the tractor, so it makes it, for these small tractors at least, because yeah, we have still a very small setup for our farm, and once we get the harvest going, that's when we'll really have a better idea of how much space or, you know, kit we'll need. Okay, what am I doing here? Let's curve it like this. We don't want to be too close. We want to leave enough room so that we can still maneuver in between the fields. I think this is probably perfect. There we go. And we'll just go like this. Again, these fields are, since it is the first time they're being drilled, well, the land is being cultivated for the first time as well, it's imperative to just not worry too much about the shape of the field or how it looks or how it's fertilized, because the first time is always going to be a bit rough anyways, especially when you're making fields with what little space you have. Once we clear all the trees and have all the room, then we'll really be able to get a nice big crop in. But for now, we have a few scattered crops, but they are coming along nicely. So I think for the rest of this one, we'll finish it up in a time lapse. And here's the very last bit of the drilling. That was actually a relatively quick drilling session, which was really nice to see. But we've got a soybean crop in, and this little area is going to look quite funny. So yeah, we got it all drilled, which is good. But if we go over to this menu, yeah, you'll see how it does like kind of look a bit funny, but very colorful though. Very, very nice. Got some dark green, some very bright green, some yellow, orange. Very nice indeed. But we are done that for now. So in the next episode, the main things I want to focus on is getting this field rolled, of course, getting that field sprayed. I suppose we don't have to wait for them to both be ready. So let's get that there. And look at that, 64 liters of seed remaining. So we did quite well for that as well. And I think there should be enough room just to be able to sort of work in this area for reducing all the trees and all that. And right, so I did, yeah, okay, so I did roll a bit out of the area as well, but the helper thought that this was a field, so it rolled anyways. But as you can see, the oat is looking great. It's, oh right, it does need to be fertilized, doesn't it? I don't think I went over it. Oh no, I did. Right, I did, yeah, I did, perfect. Oh yeah, because we had the perfect amount. See, I'm all over the map today with all this, but anyways, there's a very small chance that this could turn into a field as well. It's just there's a lot more trees in that area than... oh right, I'm so lost here, there we go. So this area we haven't cultivated at all because I wanted to get the trees out. But this area here that has been cultivated, the one that has the big hole, where's the big hole? There's a massive... oh, here it is. Right, so we do need to get this sorted. But other than that, there are 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's a fair few trees that we should move first, including these ones here. So maybe, just maybe, as far as a new tractor, we might have to pick up a new one in the next episode so that we can clear some of these trees out. It will be so much easier with a bigger tractor as well. So if it works well, then maybe we'll have a third field in this space right down here, and then that will give us time to actually, you know what, even if we were to shift all of these logs into this green space where the grass is, and then also relocate all these trees over there as well, then we could have kind of 3 smaller fields, and Bob's your uncle. That would be brilliant. If we can have this as another separate small field, just separated enough, like we did here, just enough so that they don't conflict, we could get another small crop in there. And if we get it done today, we can even put soybeans again, so we have kind of one big soybean field as well. Because I can't think of anything else I'd want to do. Maybe sorghum for the chickens, but they're getting canola as well. So, but canola's nice to sell, so maybe we should. I don't know. We shall see. Lentils could be interesting because it's different, but we'll see. It's very likely it could be soybeans, but just because this area is as well, and they'll grow at the same time, so that would be nice. But one thing at a time. So maybe before we roll this, we might try and clear all these out, so we might even have a new tractor come next episode, which is very exciting. That is it for today, though. We've got our oat in, we've got everything sorted. Very, very nice. And yeah, here we have our new weight, so that's always good, and a nice load of firewood that we'll sell again probably in the next episode here. Let's just have a look though. So yeah, that price is just constantly going up. I don't know if it'll reach, I might eventually reach that, but I mean, even so, we're going to have so much bloody firewood that it doesn't matter if we, because I mean, at this rate, if we sold this trailer, we could even get a bigger tractor than the 1200. Is there anything in the sale? No. Well, we'll have a look at that in the next time, but for now, that does do us for this episode. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's been a bit scattered, this one, getting things sorted as we move into the harvest months, which is always exciting, and we'll be able to buy a new harvester soon. So once again, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel, and if you're new, please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.